Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of Revolution Outbreak. I am going to be your play-by-play caster tonight. Bite me. We are on the quarterfinals, and with me, he's a little bit shy, but he's going to be our color caster, Shy Guy. Why don't you go say hi?
Oh, hello, everybody. I'm not shy today because I am back in my comfort zone. I am back here at Revolution Esports, casting Tier 3 Overwatch. I am getting to get back into the scene that I love, and I am so excited for what we have in store today. This is going to be so much fun. We had the ever exciting group stages yesterday, but we are on to the playoffs now, and that's where the real fun begins.
Don't forget, these teams are playing for $1,000 prize pool, so $800 for the first place, $200 for second place, so it is a big, juicy lump sum of money.
Absolutely, and all of that coming to the teams courtesy of our patron, Coach Careless, the kind of the patron saint of the Tier 3 community right now, putting his own money on the line to sponsor this event, to give these teams a chance to compete for a little cold hard cash, and it's going to be very exciting. So today, when we get done here today, we will have our two teams that are going to be competing for that prize pool, for that championship here tomorrow evening. But for now, we've got the quarterfinals, and I think we're going to have a really good match on our hands with Regen taking on Purple.
Yeah, so just to put a few things out of the way, today will be a little bit different than yesterday. It's going to be best of 5, or also known as race to 3. We have a little bit more time for each game, so get ready for a big hulking games. We're gonna start off with hybrid Kings Row.
Yeah, absolutely, and we definitely saw this map being played a couple of times yesterday, and it's kind of what we've come to expect from Kings Row over the years. Some very brawly, close range compositions. A lot of Mei being played on this map.
Bro, I have to love the Mei, dude. I can never get, no matter how much Mei gets played, I'll never get over it. It's like Torbjorn or Bastion. It just doesn't get old.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you feel that way because she has been ever present for a little while in the meta, and now, of course, we are playing outside of the bounds of hero pools. No heroes are off the table in this tournament, so I think we're going to be seeing a lot of her, but it really depends on the map. It's definitely going to be in play on the defense here. Cool ABC going to be picking that one up.
So, just getting ready. We have a normal. We have AB H key on the Mei. Well, I'm gonna go high ground, so maybe we want to get some snipes out. Ooh, no. Just looking at that fat wall.
Absolutely, that's going to be the big kind of interplay around this first point. Can they get through the choke point cleanly?
Yeah, so they're opting to play around the shield right now. They're not really... They don't want to push in just yet. They're looking for some kinks in the armor. The push comes now, looking for a good Mei wall. Lava gets stuck behind the Mei wall, but we are going to be seeing the response from Cool ABC coming in as well. Now, the problem is Regen is... They're a little bit cut right here. We have Purple in one cell, helping massive pure damage, and Regen, they're sort of broken up into two places. Following with Lava falling down and Chopper following suit, Mora has coalesced, so the healing damage is just too big, and Regen just can't hold on any longer, with Purple taking the first point.
I mean, and we're seeing just kind of the way these two comps kind of play out, where Purple can just get as aggressive as they want. They can just barrel right into Regen, who has to play it a little bit more slowly. They have to play from multiple angles because of the double shield that they're running, but it just doesn't work out for them. They lose the first picks. The Coalescence comes online from Alexio incredibly fast, and that's more than enough to close out that first team fight.
Yeah, so looking at the second team fight, it seems like we don't have any switches though. Ani does have Amplification Matrix.
Yeah, we'll see what they can get out of that. A fire strike through there can take out some targets real quick, but they can't quite line it up.
But the wall was so good. HK over there getting a perfect wall, but Lava just say, sorry HK, got the fall down with a great response following by Cool. It means that Purple's gonna have to back up and think about pushing one more time.
I mean, and it wasn't the amplification matrix from Ani that wins them that fight. It was the immortality field. It kept so much of their team alive. They were able to just play back around that corner, lay in damage pretty much for free. It stopped a kill coming through from a pin from Garm. So it's a really excellent support that play coming through from the Baptiste, gets them control defensively, and now they get to set up exactly like they planned.
Yeah, not only do they have control defensively, look at that. Look how many ults they have. They're coming in this fight with 4 ultimates. Oh, but a good wall. Oh, the anti-wall comes out as well. With HK coming in with the freeze. They're trying to find lava, but the immortality's up there. It's gonna get popped down. All the ults are being popped up right now. It is a firework coming. Picks coming off on both sides. Each and every person trying to find some kills right now. But it seems as if Regen is going to be coming out on top. Purple's gonna have to go all the way back to spawn.
Such an excellent response there from Cool ABC in particular, dropping the wall to stop the opposing Blizzard from getting deep into the backline. It only picks off the main tank, only takes down Lava, and he responds with a Blizzard of his own, gets 2 kills out of it, and they're able to hang on to the defense.
Yeah, it's really looking like it's gonna be a hard push coming in for Purple, but they're looking to do something at least. You can see Vega up here, he's a little twitchy on the high ground, hoping to get something done. It's going to be a slow pushing. That Lava's going to get walled off, but going to respond with the Shatter, getting around 2 people. But remember, Shatter isn't as good as it used to be. It's only around 4.5 seconds now, which seems like a long time, but it really isn't that much. Damage and amplification matrix comes up from Ani, trying to do whatever he possibly can. But it seems like Purple is trying to get a full hold on here, getting completely battered down. No matter what they do, even if they get to push the card a little bit, it just isn't working out.
Yeah, they do get a little bit of movement out of that push, but they really just get shut down. It was a nice play to kind of bait out the turn from Garms to let Lava lay in that Shatter. The DPS kind of, working as a bait in that situation, drawing his attention and letting the Shatter come through. So excellent team play coming out from the side of the defenders right now.
A high noon come off from Chopper right there. Same behind the wall is vigilant as ever. No one's gonna get picked off, but that was a huge zoning ult right there. You can see how everyone on Regen's on the left side having to use the rally to get on the right side in the mid. Gonna be stopped by HQ right there. They're trying to waste this rally right now, hoping that if doing anything, they're gonna give themselves a little bit more healing and time. But with the coalescence coming in, seems like Cool had the answer as well. Making perfect use of that wall to waste that coalescence. The Sigma ult's gonna come in now, and it seems like this fight's gonna last a very long time. People are going to be popping their ults. Chopper going absolutely insane right now, picking up 4 kills, ending that fight.
Yeah, I mean, that was so well played from the side of Regen there. They used that wall to stop the Coalescence from getting any value, and the Gravitic Flux is the setup for everything. That fight ship lifts up pretty much the entire enemy team. Chopper's hitting some easy shots on immobile targets. The Blizzard comes in for good measure, and they clean up that team fight. They win out the ultimate trade, and they continue to control this payload.
Yeah, high noon, the zoning ult that got used against them. Chopper is going to pull it off, force all of Purple to stay on one side. What would seem like an easy enough push on the first few pushes that they had, Purple is now learning that it's not going to be as easy as they hopefully had wished it would have been. Hoping to ride this wall off with the damage amplifications coming out, as well as the wall down onto the self-destruct, getting shipped right out of there. That's 1 tank down. All they have to really do is work off this 1 tank pick and keep it going. It seems like this might work out with Lava and Cool ABC falling down, but Chopper has a written and well-documented SA response for Purple, and it is going to get straight A's.
It was a decent engagement from Purple, but they just can't quite close out the fight. They barely miss out on the early kill on the Lava. His trade onto the Mei was crucial to get them back into that team fight. Now it's some desperation for Purple as they switch over to the Doomfist. They're on a Wrecking Ball as well. This is going to be a tough fight.
Chopper comes in again with it, but the wall is too much. Cool coming in with that fat wall, stopping everyone from getting on the point, and that is going to be round 1. First point, and then a little bit of change.
And after a shaky opening for Regen, that turned into just a rock solid defense. They lose the first fight, but they never lose another for the rest of the map. And now they've given themselves such a good win condition here on King's Row. All you got to do is basically get through point B, and map one will be yours.
Yeah, the only hard part is going to be maybe getting first point, and then we all dread that this one corner in Kings Row. It's just it gets nasty sometimes.
No, so I mean, you're absolutely right. Purple is not out of it by any means, and right now it looks like they might be taking some cues from Regen after seeing what that double shield defense was able to do to them. They're going to give it a try themselves. Greg going to be picking that one up as they set up for their defensive half.
Yeah, so just wanna ask you a quick question. How do you feel about the changes to CC that we've been experiencing lately?
I'm very into it. Like I like that the devs are kind of looking at widespread issues like that, things that people have like broad complaints about, rather than just focusing on like individual hero balance, which I think is pretty in a pretty good place right now. I mean, the game feels actually quite good to me, so I like what they've been doing recently, and I like what we're seeing here as Cool ABC picking up the Echo for the first time here today.
I'd love to see the Echo. It's still a little bit. Teams are still trying to. They have a good hold on how they want to. Most teams are willing to play the Echo. It's just they're still trying to iron out the kinks with Glisten and Garm's gonna go in there and just sweep up the team. Great Maywall coming in from HT, just allowing the teams to go in and deal damage.
Yeah, I mean, and Glisten gets the opening pick onto Echo, just neutralizes that threat immediately. We're seeing why McCree is kind of the preeminent counter to Echo, especially when you're playing at like the range here on King's Row. She can't go insanely high in the sky. She can't get super far away from Glisten. He's always in range to hit a couple of quick headshots and take her out.
Second push coming in. Lava deciding to go for a split push right there, putting Ship and Chopper up on the right, and then everyone else on the left, although it didn't seem to work out right there. Starting to go for more of the death while stranding. Coalescence comes in. Lava's going to be falling down. Alexio is doing massive damage right there, getting 2 picks. Chopper is going to be responding, but the freezes are too much. The damage is too much. Cool ABC trying to use Echo and all of his ability, but it just isn't working out. Purple doing a great job holding.
No, I mean, and you're just seeing kind of the reality of this double shield comp right now playing on King's Row. It's so powerful. Glisten hitting some big shots right now on the McCree, and the team is working wonders around these May walls.
Cool goes in for the charge. Perfect angle right there. Able to just bully Garms out of his Ryan play right there. Now watch Cool. Cool already has Shatter. Oh, sorry, already used Shatter once. The build on Echo and duplication is just so good. Straight up pushing Purple out of there, and the point will be theirs.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing, like, Cool doesn't even get a massive amount of work done with his Reinhardt. The Shatter completely kind of whiffs when he throws it out there, but he's such a good distraction. When you've got 2 Reinhardts kind of bearing down on you, no one is paying any attention to Chopper. He unleashes the Deadeye from the back line and is able to secure point A for his team.
Yeah, but take a look at the alt line coming off of Purple. Damn near 6 coming up right now. We have Vega playing a little twitching on this wall. Wall comes out from Cool. Good job, good freeze, and with the Sigma as well, so they're doing massive amounts of damage. That's 3 players down from Regen already, and it's not looking too good. That is going to be that first fight down.
Like, that's ultimately fine for Regen in my mind, just because you knew you were going to lose that fight. With the ultimates that were on the table for Purple, you really didn't have a shot, but you got 4 of them out. Now it's just these support ultimates, and you can fight this. Yeah,
and fighting it right next to spawn right now. CJ getting Garmed, Chopper doing some massive amount of work. It's a, ooh, wow. Can we have this a mode where it's just everyone just in like a tiny room? This is awesome.
Tiny Overwatch right now.
Tiny Overwatch,
here, which and it's gonna work out for Regen there. They take the fight right outside spawn door, and they're gonna get the cart through the choke off of that. Like that's a massive win for them. They're gonna be one fight away from taking King's Row, and they're still gonna have the ult advantage going into this. They could not be in a better position right now.
Mighty fine for them. Hoping to maybe play a little bit aggro right here. Is Purple gonna go high ground? Yeah, they're gonna go high ground, maybe jump on the cart.
That's interesting given that they have, the only ult they have is that Coalesce. It's not great from the high ground, so they will drop, but they've got to make good use of this. That's their one big tool.
Amplification Matrix. All the ultimates are being popped out with HP falling down first. It's not good. You may have Coalescence, but as people fall down, you start noticing it's a lot harder to do damage when nobody on your team is alive, and it seems like Regen is doing an absolute good job getting people out right there. You're going to be seeing cool pop ultimate on the cart. Blizzard, freeze everyone out. Don't really have to worry about that much, and only 2 people left. It's not looking too good for Purple.
No, it's not going to go their way this time around as Regen close out the first victory. Pretty smooth, all things considered. The attack, you know, they bide their time, they build up their ultimates, they take their opportunities when they're presented. They use that echo to break open the first point. They capitalize on that really forward hold from Purple to get through the choke on B, and they just overwhelm Purple to close out that first map.
Chopper's aim right now. Yo, honestly, it's like I dislike hit scan, but you have to like hit scan at that moment. That was just pure damage.
I mean that's my favorite thing in Overwatch, honestly, is watching McCree just click heads repeatedly, mowing down targets one by one. They drop, and Regen reaps the benefits of Chopper's labor there as they come out strong in this series. They want to continue on in this tournament, and they've got themselves off on the right foot so far.
So next map is going to be Escort. If you guys do want to be looking at the bracket, we now have an exclamation point bracket. So you guys no longer have to go to the Discord now. It's just linking in the Twitch.
Absolutely, and you know, we've got the rest of the quarterfinals going on right now, kind of simultaneously with this game, and then of course later on today we'll be broadcasting both semifinals. So whoever wins this will move on into one of those 2 games to figure out who will play in the grand finals tomorrow. But you know, we're a long way from done in this series. Purple still plenty of time to claw this one back, and they are going to change things up dramatically here by taking us to Gibraltar for the second map. Gone are the close corridors of King's Row. It is all open spaces here on Gibraltar.
Farah. It's gonna be a lot of damage. We got this yesterday. I don't know how many times it showed. I think it showed up once or twice. I know it showed up once, definitely. We saw, you know, an attempted dive with D.Va Winston, but Brigitte can easily just end the dive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw a ton of echo on this map, which is you know, incredible to me. I love seeing that new hero, and I you know, I'm still, you know, kind of learning how teams are using her, and my favorite kind of iteration so far has been teams that run her as like a dive DPS, and on Gibraltar that works so magnificently.
I have someone who likes dive is definitely the way to play, in my opinion, to play Echo right now. But you have to like just melting shields. I mean, Reinhardt has a shield up. You walk in his Echo, bam, 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 it's over. That feels bad for the enemy team when you destroy their shields.
Yeah, once you get it down below half health, you get those cracks starting to form. You break out that beam from Echo, and it just melts, and it's a bad feeling. As someone who plays quite a bit of Reinhardt, I can definitely attest to that. But it doesn't look like, at least right now, that we're going to be seeing Rein on either side here on Gibraltar. Not too surprising, given the terrain, especially on this first point. You either want to go with those, you know, hyper mobile tanks like in the dive, or you really want to bunker down, and that looks like what we're going to be seeing here out of Regen.
Love Torbjorn turn the game into a 7v6. It's such a big brain play.
Especially against the Echo, like she's flying up in the air. The turret has no problem tracking her and keeping sights and just playing in a little bit of poke to keep her from being so aggressive.
Attackers incoming.
Need to go on the high ground, maybe hoping to jump the Ana all alone right there. Finally joined up by Soldier, as we just see this bunker comp coming to, you know, the beginnings of what hopefully is a blossoming defense if you're able to work it out. Winston jumping in, Echo going to the side, and you can see that turret right there, not exactly in the best position right now, maybe keeping away flankers, but it cannot stop that aggressive Echo.
Yeah, but now they're going to rotate over towards the server room, and this is where this bunker is going to become really powerful, because there are basically no angles to lay in poke damage for the attackers at this point. You got 2 shields covering the 2 entrances. You've got so much cover back here that getting access with the Echo is so difficult.
Yeah, so they try to hop in with Winston. Ooh, huge ANC from Ana right there. Gato, I think, from what I saw, 4 people. Winston's trying to do some damage, jumping from left to right, but he's only being faced with tanked, and that's really not good for him. Now CJ is popping an amplification matrix. Ooh, the cart is slowly ticking by. You have to get out of that bunker sometime. You can't just stay in there all the time. Some contention does need to happen as the cart slowly goes by. They're just sit right there.
And that's the danger of laying back in wait there. If you let the cart get away from the entrance at all, then it's just gonna slowly creep away from you, and it works out wonderfully there for Purple. They seem to have found some new life with this Echo comp. HKBroke looking incredible on that so far, has the duplicate ready to go.
Might be seeing it soon. Normally, you know, Echo likes duplicating when she's low, because boy, you get free HP, you go in there, you die, Echo doesn't even die, which is a little bit nutty in fact. So we're just seeing Echo try to find some room right now, going up in the high ground, trying to beam down Torbjorn. As we do here, the Molten Core comes out, trying to get up that biggest area that he possibly can, dealing the most damage. Remember, Molten Core does not stack damage, so you just want to spread it out as much as possibly can. HK deciding to change into Sigma right now, destroying Shift right there. Sort of feels bad, man, but it seems as if Regen just has too much room already.
Oh, and HK is going to get gunned down there. A nice halt coming through from Lava to set that one up there. They're able to buy a little bit more time with that kill as HK staggered from the rest of his team. And you know, now the bunker comp really kind of settles in. Chopper is doing work on the Torbjorn right now, laying in these shots. He's playing at its ideal range, and now he's got the supercharger to back him up.
You see HK really doesn't have that much room to play. Look, trying to play aggressive. Torp turret is just on him. It's not looking too good for HK. HK finally able to get that turret down, but has to go back for healing. It's not that much HP, and is going to go away. So the bunker is now susceptible. Monkey deciding to go into a rage right now, hoping to get someone, but she's gonna get frozen off by Cool. You know, cool down Monkey. You can't do too much right now. You see the ultimate Blizzard come on the point to do whatever damage possible. With Vega getting a pick off onto the most important part of the bunker, and HK following suit. She's not looking too good. Seems like Purple is going to be able to get the second point here.
Yeah, indeed they will, despite the multi-core coming out from Chopper. It's really just overwhelming pressure there from the side of Purple. The Echo diving into the backline. They kind of split off Lava from the rest of the team and are able to focus down the main tank, clean up the fight from there, and move on to point C. Now they've gotten through like the most difficult part of the map for their composition for that Echo. Now she's got so much room, so many different angles she can work with.
The switch off Torbjorn, Chopper is looking to buy, or well, HK looking to buy a lot more room. The Nano Winston comes in. There is no primal raid for him, but a Nano Winston does do quite a bit of damage. Sadly, though, doesn't seem like we are going to see much from Garms right there. The amplification matrix is just too good.
Yeah, but now HK gonna go in with the stolen Sigma. Has to build up this ultimate very quickly if he wants a chance to use it. Hasn't quite gotten there just yet, and will eventually go down before getting a shot at it. So a pretty wasted duplicate there.
Yeah, and they haven't really been able to push up too much. I mean, yes, the car's been pushing up, but the room that both these teams had has stayed remarkably the same. With a great blizzard coming in from Pool right there, effectively putting an end to the fight.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're going to get the stagger kill onto Garms there. I wouldn't be surprised to see some changes coming through from the side of Purple at some point here on the final point. Indeed, Garms going to go over to the Orisa, give them a little bit more of a steady front line as opposed to the kind of the divier tanks that they were running before.
Something Ana uses nade a little bit early right there, but the cooldown honestly is not that long, so shouldn't affect them too much. Alexio has Nano. We go for the Nano Monkey right there, comes in, gets booped by the Sigma, but the Ultra coming out. Purple push all the way. The fireworks are popping right now. Only
no
Sigma.
Kills.
Yeah, the fireworks are popping. No kills coming out. Pool doing an absolute amazing job keeping these people away from his team. Walls are honestly extremely good. Amplification Matrix is going to bring the attention of Garms, but it's not doing that much. Cool. Popping Blizzard on the point. Getting completely stopped right there. The boot from Vega is able to stop the Blizzard from coming in, but not from getting killed.
No, and nothing really working for the side of Purple right now. They're getting slowed down, and now the swaps finally come in. They tried one last effort with that Winston from Garms, gave him the Nano to try and get some work done, but now they just wholesale swap. Greg, the only one who's keeping his hero as they move into this, but now they're down to about a minute left. They're gonna have to build ultimates fast or get some picks like that if they want to win.
Yeah, it left two picks off right there. Chopper and Cool both DPS. Now they're looking to do some real damage. Completely focusing down this Orisa, having to force to pop the Immortality Shield. Glisten now going off. A great idea. It starts with switching up because they completely rolled that. We are going to see Chopper try to come on, but there's not enough room, not enough space, and that is going to be Purple going all 3 points.
My God, like the immediate turnaround there. They were getting shut down completely running that Winston Echo dive, and they just weren't able to get into the backline, find the targets. This time they're able to do it. They swap over to what should be a little bit slower comp, but the halt is able to set them up to find those picks onto the key DPS. Chopper as well as Cool ABC fall pretty early in that fight, and you know there's just nothing that Regen can do to recover.
It's really that looked really good for Regen in the last bit, but that swap was just so good.
And I appreciate that they're willing at that point to realize, hey, the comp that we're running is not working right now. We're not finding any kind of momentum moving forward. So let's make a swap, even if we have to give up ultimates to do it, even if we are kind of resetting our economy going into these last couple of team fights. We just think it's the better option here. They do that, they execute, they finish out the map. They've got 53 seconds left on the board, and now they get to come out here on the defense and run it back, and they're running something that I am a huge fan of. I love this Ashe Echo combo, especially here on Gibraltar. The control of this back area is just going to be so immense.
I'm loving seeing this Bastion right now. Come on, it's the only thing. It's the only time as a caster that I really get to see Bastion right now is when the pirate ship sets sail right there behind the Orisa shield and the Torp turret. So it's the level 3 turret, baby.
I don't even know how. I don't know the last time I've seen Bastion being played in a competitive match, so I am here for it. They are going to protect Cool ABC at all costs, but actually now a rotation coming through from the members of Regen. They've left the cart completely. They're going to rotate around the back, basically take up the defender's position.
Absolute bait and switch, everybody. Yeah, guys, we're totally going under the rail. We promise. Then the bait and switch, baiting out Torbjorn, who didn't even die for that at all. The damage is coming out. Full ABC doing an absolutely amazing job taking out HK. Graham's following suit. Nobody can win as Cool ABC is mowing the lawn right now.
I mean, and it just seemed to me like Regen completely caught them off guard there. They didn't have an answer for the Bastion in that rotation, especially just kind of threw a wrench into everything that Purple was trying to plan on that defense. Now they're going to swap over to the double shield, but that's just going to get melted immediately.
Oh my god, the Amp Matrix Bastion is too
Ooh.
good. That
So
is
scary.
actually too good.
Yeah, that's just nasty. And now, look, Greg is completely split off from the rest of the team. He's not going to really be able to get anything done. Now the tank mode coming over the top, what can he get done?
Oh, poor Greg. Come on, single 1v1 Greg. Ooh, following suit the rest of his team. This Cool comes down to support it. That's 430 right there. This is 6 minutes with the card. This is
Absurd.
insane.
This is absolutely disgusting what Purple is doing. They have just, or what Regen is doing. They just have absolutely no regard for their opponents right now. They are walking all over them with this Bastion, and there needs to be an answer, and there needs to be one fast.
I don't know if that's going to work out exactly, but we will see. Maybe HK will copy Bastion and try to answer with that.
Okay, the Bob is out. HK has managed to get the opening pick onto Lava, so one less shield to deal with him. Bob is doing something. He takes out Chopper. That gets them a 2-man advantage in this fight, and they'll finally be able to stabilize a bit.
Finally, some breathing room for Purple. Cool was absolutely denying any breathing room, any right that Purple had to live, in fact, but now Regen, they had to take their foot off the gas.
But they're not giving up on the Bastion just yet. They want to continue to try to make this work. Usually a bit tougher once you've lost control of that cart, but we'll see what they're able to do here. They're going to melt through the shields, but the Amp Matrix is out from Vega.
Today they haven't even really had Cool on the cart that much, more in the back line, on the side, where, you know, where you expect a Bastion to work good, but because the cart's right there, you know, why have that? As we do see Amplification Matrix come in, Greg's gonna take down Cool ABC. Now really cementing that if you want to get past, you have to switch just like we did. See if Regen is going to decide to take it at all. There it is, Cool going off onto May as Purple is pushing, trying to find some damage. They have gotten a few picks, but the question is, are they going to be able to continue these staggers right now? It's more of a trickle fight coming in on the side of Regen right now, that Purple is absolutely having a hell of a time charging ultimates.
Yeah, and Purple played that so well, even with the Amp Matrix coming out from CJ to power up Cool ABC. The trance from Alexio keeps the team in that fight. They're able to burst down the Bastion. They force the swap now, and what once was an insurmountable time bank is now something that is somewhat manageable.
Yeah, so we do see the Amp come out, but it's not in the perfect spot, getting almost complete focus. But while they were focusing, Glisten comes in, gets a 4K. You know, no big deal. Glisten is just absolutely dealing out damage. You know, you look at Chopper, he's doing a good job. Glisten wants some of the spotlight too. You can't have it all, Chopper.
No, not at all. And this Ashe now, you know, very oppressive. There's just so many angles that Regen has to pay attention to on their way in. They've got this Greg Glisten duo up on one high ground. You've got HK Broke flying all over the place. The main team elsewhere, it's so hard to know where to look.
You try to while off the Amp, but you can't. The damage will just destroy it too much. Opting to just try to take down Glisten by themselves, but you have to watch out because Glisten does have Bomb coming in with Sigma ults too. Entire team, Regen is brought up and slammed down into the ground at one foul swoop.
But no follow-up on that. Like, there's no one there to lay in more damage to secure those kills. They do trade the Baptiste at this point, but you know, there's going to be more here in the near future. A copied Reinhardt on the field.
Okay, the copied Reinhardt is just so good that I think you touched on it earlier. Not the fact that the ult is good, just like you have two-hand swinging all the time.
Well, and you know, that is kind of an argument against running the Reinhardt here if you're Lava. Like, I kind of like having the Orisa a little bit better because you don't give them access for HK to go for that big power play. He gets 2 kills there and lays down a shatter, and like it just changes the fight completely.
here comes the next fight. Lava desperately trying to support his team, but the Halt is just pulling everybody in. Garms has access to that amp, looking to place it down right behind the shield. The amp maker comes up there, looking to destroy that amp. It goes down. We do see Transcendence come up, bring the team up to a heavenly state of pure, absolute healing with the Immortality Field in there with support, but the ultimates are coming out. We do have amp, and we also have an amazing blizzard from ABC. 3 minutes is extremely manageable, but at 53 seconds, it's looking a lot even.
They needed Bob to hit the cart there to stall it out, but it hits a pillar. It doesn't happen. Vega, the only one who can touch, and no one else makes it back. Glisten misplaces the ultimate just a little bit there, and it costs his team an opportunity to at least try to fight that one back.
It's not looking perfect, but it's looking a lot better than 6 minutes.
Oh yeah, like that. I mean, that was still an absolutely incredible defense on that third point coming out there from Purple. The way that they were able to come back to regroup and secure a lot of time off the time bank. Now we're close to even. I mean, 27 seconds is maybe one extra fight for the side of Regen on their attack. So if you're Purple, you still have a very good shot of winning this map. If you can come out strong and put something together, if you don't get caught off guard by the Bastion when it comes time for you to make your defense, then you have a real shot here.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, we're seeing the same thing. Copper on the Torbjorn, but we know how this ended up last time. This is almost same for same comp.
Yeah, I mean, I think these teams are running exactly what they did the previous time around. So if you are Regen, you now have to avoid the mistake of just kind of letting the cart push for free, and they're not going to let it happen this time. Lava is on the low ground, ready to contest, so they're going to take an early fight.
Yeah, hoping a lot more closer to spawn this time. Hoping to keep things up. Forcing an immediate switch off onto a more divey comp. Coming in. Yeah, now hoping to dive in. Winston going up, going straight onto that Torture. Winston out of there right now. Gives some space to H-Key. What H-Key wants right there is going to be absolutely beautiful right now. You see Chopper trying to find something out right there. Huge nano coming out. 3 people giving Monkey even more room to do some more damage. Winston now going on the high ground. That Torture is still a problem, but Vegas is saying, nope, don't worry about it, guys. Just worry about doing some massive cleaves, some massive damage. Grins right now, absolutely huge game. Both DPS lists are going to be following suit, and right then, that is going to show that Purple definitely has what it takes to at least push his cart a little bit.
I mean, you called it out. The Biotic Grenade was the opening for Garms to jump in deep, to lay in a lot of poke damage, and eventually able to finish off those kills after the Immortality Field goes away. And now that's going to be a lot of momentum on this cart for Purple. They're going to have H-Key Broke approaching that duplicate for this next fight. Garms can pop the Primal Rage. They have everything they could ever want.
For Regen right now, going in. The Primal Rage is ready. Coming
Lexio
out
down.
Soon right now. Yeah, Lexio does fall down, but the Monkey is trying to get angry, trying to throw his fist around, cleaving the enemy team. Exactly where it was, right into the Sigma ult right now. That's going to be Chopper going extremely low, being able to hold up right now. Watch out, because Molten Core is about to come out. Torture comes out as well, giving out some massive damage, and now the AoE comes in. Couldn't even get the first point, so Purple get ready for a hard defense.
And that's just really unfortunate there for Purple. They lose Alexio so early in that fight. And not only is that kind of your primary healer for the most part, the one that's really kind of keeping your tanks alive, it's also a nano boost gone, which is just massive when you've got Garms doing so much work on this Winston, the ability to just dive in without any care in the world, knowing you have the nano, you have the damage reduction, then you have the Primal Rage ready to go. Like that's so much stall that just kind of disappears completely. It's so much damage gone, and it really cripples that attack from Purple, who now have to lean on their defense to try to get it done.
Yeah, so it's not looking too good. Maybe, who knows, maybe HQ, maybe we will be seeing Purple do some absolutely stellar defense. Maybe they'll pull up something that we've never seen before.
I mean, and they're not going to have to worry about the Bastion this time around. They still got the payload nearly to the end of point A, and it's only a minute and a half here. Like this is not a doom and gloom situation by any means. This is a situation where you just kind of you don't have a lot of wiggle room at this point. You got to be winning these fights, and I don't know if you can really even afford to lose one if you lose it pretty decisively.
Yeah, so it's gonna be looking a little bit tough. Like you said, no room to breathe, so it's gonna be it's gonna be high stakes at least. So watch Sigma on high ground trying to deny Echo right there, along with the Ashe. They are going to be running Chopper on Scorpion again, hoping to turn the game into a 7v6, get more damage or at least some more annoyance, at least stop, you know, Vega or Alexio or HP from doing too much damage right there. And just look, they're ignoring the Torp turret, but it's doing so much damage.
Yeah, and it's not going to work out for them as Purple will fall, and that's going to spell some trouble here. They did go for a really aggressive forward hold here, so they'll have plenty of time to get back and recontest, but they are going to be kind of on the back foot here. Maybe they can make something happen with Vega, who's got a nice lead on that amplification matrix. If they can get some quick picks off of that, they can turn this fight in their favor.
And there comes the amplification matrix right there, hoping to do some massive damage. They're able to get shipped down first. And now they also got a great positioning on Annie right there. Sorry, Annie right there, stopping anything. She was out of position. Look, she's trying to move again, but she gets caught off guard by Alexio right there.
That's so bad.
Yeah, Chopper's also standing there. Great hold right there. It's ABC, and everybody else gets demolished right there, and that's gonna be the comeback for Purple. We thought that they were absolutely smoked right there, but Purple ties it up.
Hey, I mean that was an excellent defense coming through from Purple. They know what their win condition at that point was. They got the cart far enough that they know we can just stall in this first fight. We can lose it and we'll be absolutely fine. They get a couple of early ultimates online. They're able to come out and make use of them as a team to get those opening picks. Ani, as you said, got in a really awkward spot after some of her his teammates went down, and Purple answer back here on Gibraltar. They win their map pick. They tie up this series, and they make this a really competitive match right now.
Yeah, so close. Both these games have been extremely close right now. Both teams of scratching at each other's necks just to hope and get something.
Yeah, I mean it's really, really scrappy right now, both in terms of just kind of the way these maps are playing out, but also just the kind of the compositions that we're seeing. I mean, Regen getting really sweaty on that map, bringing out the Bastion, the Protect the President, the pirate ship, whatever you want to call it. They go to it, and it works wonders for them at first. But Purple so resilient there. They're able to answer back, and they make this a really fun series to watch. I'm excited to see what the rest of this has in store. Now Regen kind of gets the map pick of their own, so they can take us wherever they would like, at least amongst the control maps that we have available for them.
Yeah, so I have a prediction about what they're gonna choose, but I'm not gonna voice my words yet because I feel like Purple or actually I think Regen, Regen who gets to pick the map, it might pick a little bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, given what we've seen from them so far, like how good they looked on King's Row, kind of playing those Reinhardt-based compositions, playing in more kind of close quarters areas of the map. I mean, Lijiang or Nepal both kind of work for that. But it actually looks like, no, they're going to go elsewhere entirely. Busan is the pick.
Interesting. I think I just played this map a few matches ago. Very open, very airy map. I also believe that Busan has the mech factory, if I'm correct.
Yes, yeah, the mecha base is one where Regen will be able to play those Ryan comps and probably have a lot of success. But given kind of the, like you said, the open spaces of the other 2 points here on Busan, I wouldn't be surprised to continue seeing some of that echo, especially from HK Baroque, who I thought looked fantastic on it there on Gibraltar. So I mean, there really is a lot of possibilities here.
I feel like Echo shows how different comp would be if there was no hero limit. Because in season one, how like you used to be able to play like all Reinhardts if you really
Mhm.
wanted to. Dude, imagine a comp if you could have two Reinhardts now. It would be absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, it really just kind of fundamentally changes the game if that happens. But Echo gives you a little bit of a taste of it, which I do appreciate. It shows you, how far we've come in Overwatch from a time when that was a regular occurrence and even kind of the standard for a while to multiply and duplicate heroes and have, at various times we've had a lot of the same heroes being used at the same time in comps. So now we'll get to see Echo kind of bring a little bit of that back in a fun way, in a very limited way, which produces some interesting results. The Reinhardt copy especially is the one that probably feels like the most broken right now, but there's a lot of good options for Echo to make use of that ult.
It's time to see if the players even do want to play Echo. I mean, they have seemed pretty eager, but now they might want to play something else. Maybe they might want to play some May, maybe some because Cool and HK have both done amazing jobs on May so far when they have picked them.
Yeah, we're gonna kick it off on downtown, which is going to be an interesting map. I mean, I probably expect kind of divier looks from both teams on this point. Um, but it really just depends. I feel pretty confident in saying that's the direction that Purple kind of want to go. They have really leaned on that so far in this series. The question is just what is the answer going to be from Regen? Are they going to try to directly counter it, or are they just going to try to copy it? It looks like they're going to be sticking with Lava on the Rhine. They really like this, but it continues to give HQ all those opportunities.
Yeah. If played properly, you can get 2 shatters, or is it 3 if HQ plays their cards right.
No, you can definitely go crazy with it, but we are going to be seeing Chopper on the Tracer here. That's a new pick for him so far in this series. They haven't gone to it. Really great on these control points in these brawly fights, but the dive looks like it's coming in. Garms takes your control of the high ground, but Vega out of the fight early.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get that cleave, but Chopper's going to be in the back line, just completely harassing everybody. So what you want to look out for. Although, Vega seems to be the last person you would think would get picked by,
Yeah,
Regita.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is, like, Vega just got separated from the rest of the team there. He was on the low ground. Alexio was deep in the back line and getting zoned away, so no chance for them to save each other.
But having Vega down isn't going to hurt them too much. Vega getting back on his feet right there, with HK going absolutely crazy on the high ground, bringing down damage from above, and that's going to be the retake right there. Purple has that great answer.
Yeah, I mean, they only give up 17% on the board, so nothing, that they really need to necessarily be worried about right now. They're going to have that nano boost ready to go, probably going to go onto Garms again here to try and build up towards the Primal Rage. So we'll see what he can get done. HQ broke up on the high ground, just lurking, trying to find a vulnerable target.
Grams getting the nano right there, getting able to do backline cleave damage. Sigma just can't even think about doing anything right now. Deciding to go into Rage right now, which is extremely dangerous if you're on Regen. Think about it, he can just boop you off no matter who you are right there, although Regen has the answers to it. They have damage. And HK's gonna fall off right there to try to get a faster respawn as well, so that is now going to be Regen's point.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of weather the storm there, and that's the power of CJ on the Moira. Nice swap from him going into this next fight. Gets onto a more kind of escapable hero, one that can't be dived very easily. So I really like that adaptation, and it works out well for Regen, as now they've got control of this choke.
Now, again, you see Grams go in the back line, trying to get some cleaves, but Chopper doesn't care. If your tanks and healers are not with everybody, the Chopper is going to harass them down to death right there. You don't even need to pop too many ults at all. Going in there, just building ults. We do see ABC pop Lizard off right there, and HK used a duplicate, which was a little bit weird, but it's going to be Regen's point on 75%.
The amount of work that ABC and Chopper are doing together just to control this high ground entrance for purple is immense. Chopper, taking advantage of this distraction that this Mei provides, assassinated Glisten right in the middle of the tac visor last fight. Now they continue to build up her at 90%. They've got there. This is the final fight for Regen.
Yeah, Shatter comes down. We see, Sound Barrier come off as well from Ani. You're just really popping off as many ults as you can right now. Hoping to do something, but that something is gonna be purple in the backline. Oh my god. Oh, that's Gramsy, Glisten in the backline, capping point. Honestly, I'm just impressed.
Yeah, I mean, they get the flip there, but they don't really win the fight. So now they've got to actually win out a team fight, but it's going to be hard into this Coalescence. Ani getting the boop off on Vega in Regen, sitting in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, Screen not looking too good right now. Purple's getting pushed back ever so slightly. Yes, they do have Ham and Spin to win comp, which is really the only thing that they got going for them for this contest right now. Oh! But it doesn't make it. So close.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Like, they were losing that fight a million times out of a million at that point. There was no bringing it back for purple. So now they are once again on the back foot in this series. They get kind of dominated there on downtown after winning the first fight. They can't do anything more. And after losing the control of the point first, they can't do anything more really. Now if you are Regen, I think you just kind of keep going with what's working. You continue running this Rein Sigma double shield, and you force some adaptation out of purple, which is what we're seeing in a big way here. The Wrecking Ball in play, Pharah out from HKBroke. This is an entirely new look.
Yeah. Looking a little weird too. We have a little bit of divey comp and then a little bit more of a let's bunker down here comp, see what happens. So
I mean, this is like a Chengdu Hunter special right here, pretty much running the Hammond as well as the Orisa, but a weird rotation coming out from the side of Regen all the way around the back to the other side of the point, but now they're collapsing in.
I think Regen really likes playing these, off-style pushes. Maybe they won't expect us coming from this angle, but it doesn't really seem to be working out. As HK is going to get CJ out right there. That's their main healer down. Lava's going to follow suit. HK is doing a great job, denying these tanks and everybody else from doing what they really want, allowing purple to get more space.
Yeah, I mean, and I question that rotation because I feel like if you are running against the Pharah, you just want to kind of hold up in the kind of the drum room over on the high ground towards the right side of the point if you are Regen, but they wrap all the way around the back. They have to cover so much ground, and in the meantime, HKBroke just laying in so much damage with these rockets, already up to a barrage ready to go for this next fight. So some quick swaps now forced out by this Pharah pick.
Yeah, this Pharah pick is doing an absolutely good job trying to focus down a really aggressive Lucia right there. We were able to see the switch off from ship off onto more of a diva to counter everything possible. Justice does rain from above, but look at Cool ABC in this backline doing so much damage. That switch was definitely called for, as Chopper and Cool ABC are now just able to do so much work.
Well, and there they just kind of punish the way that purple are playing with this really spread out comp. With the Wrecking Ball off on kind of weird angles, the Orisa is really alone, and they collapse in on top of the backline and are able to secure that fight. They force HKBroke off of the Pharah, now on the Mei, but they really need to find a way to force a fight here, and that's going to be tough against this dive.
Have the Winston diving in the backline, Lava trying to do a major amount of damage. Cool ABC is looking for not looking right now, but very close in terms of getting her EMP with, wow, that's a lot of ults coming up from purple right there. They have damage amp, they have Alexio's nano that might be popped for this fight, with HK getting a pick off on the Lava. So now I'm looking very too good for Regen right now. Trades are happening, more of a tug of war fight right now, but with this port going, you don't have that much healing. It's a little bit more harder for you. They're trying to go through That was a great mind they had back in the early portion of the fight, allowing them for almost a retake, but the contention is going to happen on the side of Regen.
Yeah, Lava and Cool just kind of overextend there. They are trying to play around that mega health back on the very outside of the point, but they just get swarmed. And once you get that Winston out of the fight, it becomes fairly easy for the side of Purple to retake control. And now we've got just a very back and forth point here on Sanctuary.
Yeah, so High Noon comes in. They're looking for something. Glisten hoping to just get some, hoping to force Regen to go where he wants him to go. The EMP comes out. H is gonna fall down. Sorry, you cannot use your self-preservation. You can't use cryo when you're hacked right there.
You can't use Blizzard either. Like,
yeah.
That's absolutely massive. It was the only person that got hit by the EMP, but it was enough, along with that early pick onto Garms from the just standard hack from Cool to be able to secure that point back. And again, we're just on a seesaw right now, back and forth and back and forth. No one able to take firm control, but Purple, you got to win this fight.
Gonna win it too, but switch up on the Reaper, hoping to do some major damage to Lava, stopping him from being to dive character right now. The Blizzard comes out, hits right side, really doesn't get anyone, but forces the Rage to come out of Lava right there. It's a very tug-of-war style game. Ship going close to getting D-mech'd, but Ship did. There we go. Ship gets D-mech'd. Chopper's able to get Greg, and now the real damage is coming out. HP and Glisten are able to do some real damage right now, along with the damage, along with the sound barrier coming out. It's not looking too good for Regen. You have everyone on the side of Purple alive, healthy, healed up because of the coalescence that Alexio just popped, and then you have Regen, who now has to trickle play the rest of this fight. Overtime ticking down right now. It's not looking too good.
Ready though. It's at 90%.
Yeah.
We've got to get this down.
We're hoping it's something we can see the amp come out right there. Huge EMP! Getting 4 people because it falls down. HK falls down. Vega has to do something about it, but the Shatter comes down as well. It's not looking good. It's either or at this point. Greg and Chopper both on point. Can Greg hold it all by himself? The question is...
He's got 2 DPS around him. They're
swarming, and that is going to be the take for Regen. I don't think Purple can do anything.
Oh, they can't even get back for the touch, unfortunately. And Regen saved at the bell by that EMP from Cool ABC. He makes it look easy as 1, 2, 3, but mark my words, that was tough for Regen to come away with. They get the win thanks to the clutch plays from that Sombra swap, and now they find themselves on match point.
Looking too good right there. That was tough. Might look a little bit different if we did see Greg, but Greg was being swarmed by 2 extremely annoying DPS, so not much you can do about that.
No, I mean the EMP was really just the nail in the coffin at that point. It was so huge, not only for hitting, I believe 5 members of Purple in that final fight and allowing the kills to come through, but it also stripped off the sound barrier that had come down just moments prior, as it really just kind of ended any shot that Purple had of taking that map. Who, now once again find themselves on the back foot. They've got to choose a map here where they will make their stand.
To be Assault, otherwise known as the Evil 2CP.
Definitely Hanamura, Anubis, Volskaya, all on the table here. It's going to be fascinating. If I'm them, I'm probably leaning towards something like a Volskaya, purely because it gives you a lot of opportunity to kind of continue running that dive, which has been so good for you, and continue having HK Broke on the Echo, which I think has been their kind of preferred play style so far. Hanamura also, able to be played for that, but if they go to Anubis, I'm definitely going to have a raised eyebrow here.
Yeah, it's not. It's really all up. Maybe they might have like a whole nother comp set up. So, there it is, Volskaya. Good call. So
Yeah.
opting opting to go to the Volskaya map, hoping to play into what you just said.
Yeah, the question now is how to Regen adapt, but they've shown some different kind of ways of playing so far in the series. I think they've shown a little bit more versatility, which I think has served them really well in this series. They have looked fantastic so far, and now they're on the verge of punching their ticket into the semifinals here later today, and they've just got one map standing between them and victory.
We have seen Purple even up once. They're hoping to even up one more time. If not, they're out. A single elimination.
Yeah, I mean there is no more wiggle room at all for purple at this point. It's do or die. You cannot afford to lose a map. You could tie, which is, I mean, given that we are headed to assault, is definitely a possibility, something that could be in the cards, but we'll just have to see how this one ultimately plays out. As both teams just kind of getting ready, getting their pre-map conversation in, getting the idea of what they want to run. It's going to be purple on the attack first here, as Regen did, of course, get the side selection, choosing to go on the defense to start us off.
I
Ready for battle.
If Cool ABC does play Sombra again, I am interested to see how this is going to work out. I would have expected to see Cool on May one more time.
Yeah, I think they kind of just like how the Sombra worked out for them on that last map in part. And Volskaya, definitely a strong map for Sombra in general. There's a lot of very convenient health packs that she can hack, that she can play around, that our team can use effectively, especially those two that are right there off the point, the Mega and the Mini there are just, they're so good for controlling that space and giving your team places to retreat to safely. So I like that pick. But I also like seeing the soldier out here on Volskaya. It can reposition really effectively on these high grounds and put some constant poke down onto HQ Broke.
Yeah, HQ is going to be looking at a little bit of a hard rock to go up against right now, as we do see a Winston fight take hold as lava falls down. Grams doesn't want to give it up at all. Garms doesn't want to give it up at all, diving straight in headfirst to the fight. Chopper's also going to be falling down. A great assault coming in from purple right now. Really, only Alexio has taken a brunt of damage right now, and they're holding off perfectly. Glisten does fall down, but they do have a few answers to it right now. Chopper's going to be falling down as well. Teams are following suit. It's not looking too good, and the Suicides come in to get the respawns. They're getting ready for second push.
Yeah, I mean, and that was almost disaster there for Regen. Lava going so low on that initial dive, stuck around almost too long, almost a hair too long, but gets out with his life there. They're able to re-engage nicely onto the high ground after the Helix rocket from Chopper connects, and now they just slowly start to build up to these ults. Cool, already 2/3 of the way up to that first EMP.
Yeah, it's not looking. It's looking pretty good. Not looking too good for purple right now. 70%. Not looking too good. We do see the dive down on the high ground. Move everyone out of there. Oof. Whoa. Garms right there dealing some massive damage. Also taking massive damage, as well as Glisten being able to take high ground right now. The sides have switched. Regen, once holding high ground, is now gone off to purple right now. Adaptive Circuits goes on to Sombra, so expect to see a massive amount of EMPs. EMP comes off on both sides right there, destroying everybody's ults right there. CJ falls down. I mean, you'll have any nano. You can try to do whatever you possibly can. That includes another ultimate coming off from Cool. That's 2-in-1 fight, allowing Chopper to get 2 picks off onto probably the most important players, and Regen stopping the take right there.
I mean, it cost them a lot. They have to use 5 ultimates to kind of weather the storm in that fight, but they're able to hang on. They are able to withstand the pressure coming out from purple, from that ultimate from HQ Broke. But purple will be pushing back in here with a pretty deadly combo in that gravitic flux into Tac Visor.
So we're going in for the third push. Hopefully gonna work out a little bit better for them. Glisten and Greg both have their ultimates, so we do have a Visor We do have Visor coming in soon. Ship going to be able to take down Glisten as we see Lava going to high ground to defend the rest of his team. Although tower going to be needed as Chopper is going to be the one to take down HK right there and Garms as well. That's another push failed.
I mean, Ship just locks down that upper hallway, doesn't give any access to the high ground over to Purple. If they want it, they're going to have to rotate around to the other side of the point. And now we're down under a minute. We're down to final fight territory realistically, especially with the kind of slow rotation we're seeing out from Purple. They've got to win this one. They've got ultimates, but they've also got to worry about Cool ABC with this EMP. He's at 93%.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. Cool ABC has really been the nail in the coffin for them. Just like last map on Busan, they're really not looking up for the Sigma. Popping is all points to go way up into the air. They need to do something right now. Contestation comes up, 20 seconds on the point. The Nano comes out, EMP comes out, but really only gets Garms right there. Not something that you're really hoping for. Ship and Ani both fall down, and it's not looking too good. ABC didn't get that placement on his ult too good, and it really is showing right now.
Yeah, I mean, that seemed like a panic ult right there to me. Just hitting the Winston when he is already in your face. He is already in that garage with a nano boost on him. He doesn't even need his abilities at this point. He doesn't need a shield. He doesn't need to leap on you necessarily to finish anybody off. And it gets absolutely nothing done for the side of Regen. And now they're coming into point B. They've still got a pretty healthy ult bank given what they were able to coax out of Purple in that last fight, but that could have gone so much differently.
Like this point's gonna go pretty good. Vega gonna get cut off by Cool ABC, completely hacked and out of control. Cool ABC is really just playing it in the back line of Purple, and that's exactly what he wants to be doing. That's exactly what he wants. He wants to be unseen, unheard, and just a nail in the thorn, taking Glisten down. I do hear Chopper popping a Visor as well as Rally. All the ultimates are being popped on the side of Regen right now, but it doesn't seem to be working as Ani falls down. The damage is going to continue. Wow, really focusing down Vega right now. It's the second time he has been hacked, but it's not going to matter. Purple is still going to be pushing headstrong onto this point. That's first tick, coming in with their own Visor. That second tick, they really have to do something with this Visor right there. It's not looking good for any push that they possibly do. Ani, Cool falling down, and that is about to be third tick. Will they be able to hold? That's the real question.
I don't think it's going to happen. Lava falls down, gets slept, and not going to happen here for Regen as Purple clean up the fight. Cool ABC can't get back with that next EMP. And what started out as an incredible defense for Regen turns into an okay one. They don't push it into overtime. They don't get the stop, but they were so close to the full hold on point A that one probably hurts.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. They're hoping for a really good push right now.
Yeah, you definitely have to kind of hope that the attack goes well here. You need to at least be shooting for a minute or more in the time bank at the end of things to ensure that you get another attack.
Ready for battle.
It's really hoping up for at least holding a 3. I mean, like you said, it's possible to go in for a tie, but I don't think that a tie is really what these players are looking for.
No, I mean it's never satisfying to happen pretty much unless you're in one of those series where it's just like so close that you're just like give me more maps, which I mean is kind of the case here, especially if Purple can eventually bring this back and win another one afterwards. A tie would just give us more Overwatch, which I'm never going to complain about, but a win is always a little bit more satisfying. And now it's going to once again be the Sombra from Cool ABC. Despite some troubles, laying down the ultimate and getting a lot of value in that last round, he's gonna stick with it here on the attack.
Yeah, so look, Cool ABC going straight in the back line. We saw the check by Greg, but he didn't check it hard enough. Finally gets caught off, but Cool ABC is not going to be paying the Piper at all, getting 12 healed up right there, allowing her to live another day. It's a very scattered push. We have people 4 people if we count the Ana going on the high ground, and then both of the more divey characters going onto the other high ground right now. This might work out, this might not work out, because Winston doesn't have that much healing right now. Lava is looking at a bunch of pain. Greg is going to be the first to feel that pain, taking it down fully. It's really a tug of war comp right now. You know, who can deal the most damage and who can, you know, be a more thorn in one side.
And right now, slowly but surely, it seems like it's going over to Regen. They're going to have the faster respawns to get in here. They've got ABC in the back, trying to find a key hack, potentially. If he can hit H key, which he just did, they can collapse.
And there comes a collapse right there. Ani going to be finishing it off, in the high ground advantage is going to be working out. They're going to hold it out. They want to wait for their spawns a little bit longer. But with the dives coming in, they have to start thinking about, do they want to back up and get a better second point, or do they just want to go in right now? Seems like the point is such to go in, hope that your monkey can get back in time, but it's not going to work out as Greg falls down, forcing Winston to back up.
That one was a little bit weird. It seemed like there was some hesitation out from the side of purple on that defense, because Garms turned around. He was headed to point A, then turned around like they were going to give it up, and then turned back around again, and then everybody died and he had to give it up. So a little bit of miscommunication maybe cost them a chance to contest point A. They don't even bring out any ultimates from Regen. That pick on the ship is huge, though.
Yeah, it's not falling too good. Ship falling down means everyone else has to back straight up. There's nothing that they're going to be doing. They're just going to be begging for another push at least.
My God, what is this next fight going to be? Look at all of the ultimates. We're going to have 5 up on both sides going into this ship. Could very easily get his gravitic flux as well. Garm's going to be the only one not in on the party. And, you know, that's going to put purple at a little bit of a disadvantage on this defense, but they still definitely have the tools.
You see Nano pop off. Rally comes up as well on both sides. Cool ABC is salivating at the mouth right now. If Cool ABC can get one big ultimate, and there it is. Ooh, forcing H-Key out of the duplication. Glisten does still have that visor right now, which is going to be dealing huge amounts of damage, taking Chopper out of the fight, allowing Purple to play a little bit more aggro. And once you have a few more players, you can start playing a lot more aggressively, hoping to get some more at least picks right now, but it doesn't seem to be working out for them with Greg falling down, Chip following suit. Both teams are clawing at each other's throat right now, with Purple coming up on top. 3 minutes though, that's a lot of time.
No, it definitely is, but that was the best shot that Regen was going to have for a little while, at least in terms of just having a lot of ultimates on board. Now they're going to make some compositional swaps. They don't want to try and dive into this final point. They are going to go back to kind of their comfort zone throughout this series. Lava on the Rhine. Cool picking up the May once again in Chopper. He's back on the McCree. We haven't seen it for a couple of maps, but he was insane on this earlier on.
Yeah, anti as well, just a little bit too far back, hoping to just get a little bit of damage right now. We did see the gravitational flux right there, but doesn't really do too much to the Garms. Garms is really nanoed up, looking to deal some big damage. Going on to Ani right now. Ani falling low as well as Ship. They are just grasping at straws right now.
Lava, he saves them. Yeah, the charge is a miracle.
The Christmas miracle coming in from Lava. Most people think that Lava is slow, but if anything, Lava is fast and strikes hot. We do see the... Oh! That was absolutely huge. We saw Shatter come down from H-Key, but he got frozen by Cool ABC. Now the rally comes up as well, as Chopper is taking down the damage right now. Ooh, it's big right now. Cool ABC able to get one more point off. Visor comes in from Glisten as the real damage comes off. 2 ticks coming in. 2 minutes going up against 1 minute. 30 seconds. Are they going to be able to at least contest for a little bit longer? Rally comes down. Shatter follows suit. They're trying to contest 154. Chopper coming in with the high noon, taking down H-Key for once more play. Blizzard comes in. That's 143. Not too much, as it's 2 rounds for both players.
I mean, and now we are looking at what is essentially just a repeat of what we saw on Gibraltar earlier on today. You know, Purple, they start slow, but they are able to finish out the map, and then Regen come out finish with a slightly better time bank here, 147 to 127. Does mean that Purple going first will have a little bit less time to work with, but all things considered, we are pretty much on even footing right now going into extra rounds.
Yeah,
Ready
it's
for battle.
this might be a Gibraltar, this might not be a Gibraltar. I'd say it's honestly a 50-50 split. These players are so evenly matched.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just going to come down to kind of how these teams approach these opening fights. If you remember, Regen's defense was excellent the first time around. They nearly pulled off the full hold. If they can repeat that performance here, then Purple are going to be in for some trouble. Cool ABC sticking with the Sombra once again. Pretty much the same looks we've been seeing from both these teams. The Echo Winston dive continuing from Purple is their answer, but these two teams are just so close right now. It feels impossible to call.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of trouble on both sides. Cool ABC opting to hack the mini right next to point. Maybe I think they're expecting a very, very hard
Six-man buyout right there from CJ. They can't capitalize on it. They're just not in position, but well played.
Oh, and also another well played Anti right there, getting Alexio and Glisten. Oh, so low, but just not low enough. Not low enough. But there was no follow up on those two perfectly Anti players. Both teams opting to go for the high ground right now. We do take a look at Garms, gets hacked, can't go back and support his team, has to wait for heals now. In Lava, he's able to step all over Purple right now. Going into 30 seconds, Purple just wants to get at least one tick right now.
Cool has the EMP. He's almost ready. He's got 92%. He just needs a little bit more damage. If he can lay this in and they can capitalize, it might be all over for Purple.
Yeah, just looking at Cool, he is wanting this. The hack comes in, gets 3 players off right there. Already huge, but do they have the follow-up for it? They take out Garms, but Glisten and HK both still standing right now. Behind me falling suit, so it is even footing on both sides. Take a look. Lava tries to jump in, but just is not there. Ooh, Chopper does get Visor in time, and that is the stake in the coffin. 4 players down, overtime ticking down, not even one tick.
Oh, and he just barely beats Glisten to that ultimate. Glisten is up on the high ground. If he can win the race to Visor there, I think that fight goes exactly 180 degrees in the opposite direction. It's such a minute thing there that winds up kind of deciding the fight. And once again, this time Cool ABC lays down the EMP, gets just enough out of it. They take down the main tank, they take down Garms. That clears the way for Chopper to just have a day at the shooting range, and he capitalizes. They close out the defense, and now they are just one tick away from a place in the semifinals.
Yeah, one tick away, or it's one tick away, or it's
no ticks away from a tie.
No ticks away for a tie, and then hopefully we'll see even more. I want to see as many games of Overwatch as possible.
Yeah, I mean this would give us potential for a map 6, but we'll just have to see. It's on Regen to try and get this single tick. It's on Purple to come up with a defensive effort, and it's going to be tough because with 147 on the clock, Cool ABC has plenty of time to build up an EMP. He's got they can be patient here. They don't have to try and win this on the first push. I love seeing Chopper on the Widowmaker. That's gonna make HK play so differently. He was just looking for the opening pick potentially, and will actually swap over to the Soldier once again.
HK still has to keep an eye out. Glisten is an absolute legend when he gets that damage in. But you have to keep in mind that Chopper does also have a massive amount of damage to his disposal.
Oh no! They go in too deep. They go in too deep. The Echo and the Winston both fighting right outside that room. I believe Garms got hacked up, and now they're fighting a 4v5. Alexio is hacked himself and falls.
CJ falls. CJ takes down Alexio in the Ana 1v1 right there. Even though Ana was hacked right there, the fight does continue, but it's not looking too good right now. HK's really looking to do some damage right now. He has the potential to pull it back. There's only 40 seconds left on point.
He's got a clutch though.
Yeah, he definitely does have to clutch right now. Definitely a lot of damage needs to come in. Shift takes out one more people. Ani is falling so low. Cool APC takes out 2 people right there. It's not looking too good right now. Grim Garms really needs to pull things together, but as he falls down, they can only hope for the contest, and it does not look good. Regen securing the point, winning the map, and winning the series as well, securing themselves a spot in the semifinals.
And they come out today and they impressed me so much with the variety of looks that they brought to the table, with the styles and the adaptations that they were able to make over the course of the series. Really finding something with that Sombra pick from Cool ABC. A little bit rough at times, but it works out well for them. They're able to pull off the win here over Purple. They move into the semifinals, as you said, and they keep their tournament hopes alive as they push towards that $800 first place prize, that $200 for second. Now they've just got one more game to win today, and they are in the money.
Yeah, it seems like they will be going up against Nocturnal, which is absolutely huge. Actually, looking at looking at all the other rounds, it seems like it was a complete sweep. Although it's like Purple and Regen, right, was an extremely even game. Love to see the players come out. Big congratulations to Regen, but Purple played extraordinarily well. Only so close to tying it up, and then bring us to a 5th map, but things happen. Regen came up on top. Absolutely great job. I have to admit, I think Cool ABC really put a lot of nails in coffins throughout many games.
Yeah, I mean, him and Chopper were such a dynamic duo on the DPS side of things. But I also just want to give a shout out to the rest of the team. I mean, Ani, I thought was fantastic in a much more supportive role, playing a lot of Brigitte throughout this series and doing quite a good job of it. Ship, I thought, was fantastic, playing the Sigma primarily, and I think they come away with a well-earned victory here today. They move on, and I cannot wait to see them up against Nocturnal in the semis. That is going to be a game you do not want to miss.
Yes, and it is at, I think it's going to be at 6.
Yes, I think that's going to be our second semifinal, and it looks we'll be coming back in just a little while, in about 30 minutes, for the first semifinal. Believe that will be Celtic Cross up against the Dojo, and I'm very excited to see what those two teams have in store for us.
Whatever it means, finals, semifinals, and even finals are going to be a hell of a game. So guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow to watch the finals, and make sure you tune in later today to watch the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you all for joining us for now. We're going to take a little bit of a break as we're setting up for the semifinals, getting everybody ready. We'll be back in just a little while for more action from the Revolution Outbreak tournament presented by Coach Careless, providing that $1,000 prize pool, making this whole thing happen. I can't wait to get back into more of the action.